So there's this YouTuber named MisAnthro. He does all sorts of pony-related content, and from what I've seen, it's... I mean, his content is okay, I guess. But at the same time, I would be lying if I said it left any kind of impact on me. But anyway, recently he did a response to this group of people, they call themselves the procrastinators or something. Basically, they were skeptical of a situation Keyframe found herself in a few years back. Now, I'm gonna get something out of the way. I have expressed distaste in Keyframe's content. Particularly the one review I saw her do with Golden Fox. However, I am willing to let that slide in the face of more serious issues. Basically, a few years ago, Keyframe had a GoFundMe, I believe, started because she was in an abusive household. Ben Saint, from Procrastinators, said in a recent video that he denied this, and felt it was an attempt for Keyframe to get fame via Dr. Wolf. Now, I never denied this like Ben Saint did. I want to make that clear. However, the best argument against something is a bad one for it, MisAnthro. At least that's what I would say if MisAnthro actually offered up an argument. By the time we get to this point, it's about 12 minutes into a 20-minute video, so already the majority of the video is done. However, MisAnthro doesn't really even debunk Ben Saint's idea. Instead, he just sort of complains that he had the idea to begin with instead of debunking it. He then talks about how hard it is for him to think back about it. Not ignore the fact that someone was actually abused. It was hard for him to think about. In fact, here, I am going to create a very scientific pie chart on this whiteboard based off of that. You see, this is a circle. This is how important it was that she was being abused or whatever. This is how important it was that it made MisAnthro uncomfortable. All of this. Seriously, he said he had a hard time thinking about it? Really? Really? That is actually what he said. Go to the video. It's in the description if you don't believe me. That is literally what he said. Now, I will give MisAnthro the benefit of the doubt and assume that was just bad wording. But that doesn't escape the fact that it was still, at best, bad wording. At best. He mentions people can vouch for Keyframe, which doesn't prove anything. Anecdotes aren't real evidence, MisAnthro. For that matter, he claims he has all this evidence, and you want to know how much of it he shows in the video? None. MisAnthro, come over here, come over here. Saying you have evidence, and actually having evidence, are two very, very different things. And considering how there were people who were around that didn't see the proof, such as Shelly D, for instance, should at least bring up the fact that you need to show proof, at the very, very least. He then goes on to spout fake humbleness. Guys, I used to be a bad guy, but I've changed now. That I've accepted the status quo is always right, and I've accepted that people who have told me that they're right are right. You know, for someone who claims to be a misanthrope, you have an unreasonable trust in humanity. And the video ends with MisAnthro threatening physical violence upon Ben Saint. He threatens to kick Ben Saint in the balls. That's what it comes down to. MisAnthro, I don't think you understand this, but assault is illegal. Okay, everyone got that down. And even I, at my most hyperbolic, don't condone assault because it's illegal. And it should be illegal before anyone brings up my position on the drug war. Assault should remain illegal, okay? For that matter, this isn't even a time where I'd be willing to say, yes, their words count for violence. This isn't like Bensei was saying, I'm going to commit violence against you. No, you know what he just said? I'm kind of skeptical about this one situation involving Keyframe. That's it! And if that is, in your mind, worthy of violence, MisAnthro, then remember what I said earlier? You know, the best argument against something is a bad one for it? That's what this is. For that matter, you guys remember what I said about emotional manipulation? Because people like MisAnthro are that ideology taken to an extreme. You are wrong. Because I feel like you are wrong, and people are telling me that you are wrong, therefore you are wrong. And when I ask him, when anyone asks him, why is he wrong? MisAnthro does not have an answer. He just wants to drum up sympathy. And he wants to make it so, oh, you'll feel horrible if you think you're wrong. You'll feel horrible if you think I'm wrong. When, if his arguments were solid, he'd just have to say, here's the proof as to why you're wrong. Now shut up. He didn't do that. He didn't show any proof. He just sort of said, this was a delicate issue. What I'm saying is, this shouldn't have convinced anyone. And the only people who really, I think, supported this video were people who already had a preconceived bias in Keyframe's favor. And that is it. I'm MisAnthro, and good night.